pants inside out, Dad.
It's true. The cameraman's wearing his pants inside out, everyone. But he's at homesick, so he's allowed. Back to the task at hand. Good spotting, Sam. These babies, we're going to make some pumpkin soup. These were on special for 99 cents each at Pack and Save this week. Sam did her video the other week on making curried sausages with leftover pumpkin soup as a sauce, so we thought, well, we'll show you how we make the pumpkin soup. It is brilliant for, we usually stick it in ice cream containers and freeze it in batches.
Mum.
So we'll do a big batch. We cook it up on the fireplace. I usually wait for a reasonably chilly day like this one, get the fire roaring and cook it up so it costs nothing to heat up. Yes, Olivia?
Can pumpkins be eaten raw?
No, unless you're a caterpillar. We learnt if you are going to freeze it for long periods of time, like for maybe longer than a couple of months in the freezer, do not put bacon in with it. Pumpkin soup with bacon in is absolutely delicious, but you don't want to freeze it for long periods of time because the bacon starts to taste ick.
Mum?
Yes.
I've got a container here and we will put the seeds in it. Just bring the mounds of stuff over here and I'll pop the seeds in.
There's no rule about how big you have to chop the bits. I'm going to roast the pumpkin first. As I'm chopping it, you want to put it in here, Sam. I'm actually going to roast it on top of the fireplace as well, but of course you can do it in an oven. Yeah, you can just roast it in big chunks like that, but it will take a bit longer. And I actually started doing this a bit later than what I intended on, so I'm chopping it up into bits. You don't have to say "da" as you're putting it in the
Da! Well, we could get two.
My dish is not big enough for 2 pumpkins. Now,
We'll have to roast
actually, you don't have to roast the pumpkin before it goes in, but
I'll flick this
it
pan
does.
up in the ear.
She's not going to flip the pan up in the ear. You pick the pan up. So I might just do 1 pumpkin for now. I might do the other one separate. You don't actually have to roast the pumpkin first, but it does add a lot to the flavour. It gives it a yummy roasty flavour. And any herbs, like I usually put some cumin in with my pumpkin soup. I'm actually going to pop that. I'm going to cover this with oil, just a thin layer of oil all over. So I'm going to put a bit of cumin and a bit of turmeric.
When I grow up.
You're going to be a master chef.
Yeah,
Right,
you can
well,
put
they're
it
sorting
straight
the
into
seeds for
here
roasting.
now. Baby.
Going to cover that in some oil.
Seeds.
And this drives my husband nuts. I don't measure stuff. I just put it in. I'm just going to sprinkle some cumin.
Like some
About 2 tablespoons of cumin.
2 tablespoons, you reckon? That's probably all I got in there.
It's going to be a big soup.
But you can always add more later. You can always add more when it's boiling. And then I've got some turmeric in.
I want to smell it.
Of course you want to smell it. Yeah.
It smells spicy.
It smells turmeric-y. Yeah, that's me. The lid on that.
Mum, you won't be in it at all.
And on the fireplace. And leave it for however long. Now I've got my choppers here with me. You guys can don't get silly with those knives. But yes, yeah, you guys can start chopping and putting stuff in here.
Open fire! Open fire!
Oh, yeah.
I can
I
have
generally use, obviously, as well as the pumpkin, which is cooking behind us on the fireplace there, any sort of leftover veggies. I mean, we've got some rejected veggies from last night's dinner.
Make sure you do not put this end of the carrot in there.
So, I mean, I've got half a cabbage here that really needs using up. Got a carrot, got an onion. I usually find adding a potato in helps just make it nice and thick. So yeah, whatever you've got, whatever needs using up. Yes, obviously the pumpkin will be the main ingredient in there and that will be the main flavour.
Yeah.
But normally I do add some chicken stock, which I will do, but I just realised I'm out of chicken stock, so I need to go get some. So I will add that a bit later. I'll roast the seeds in that dish once the pumpkins.
Also, you'll tip
Once
them
we're done with
in.
the pumpkin.
So you'll
Once
like
the
tip
pumpkin,
them in.
when we tip the pumpkin in here, then we can put the seeds in the pan that's now been preheated. Might just give the pumpkin a bit of a mix up.
If you cut the ends off first, it
You'll
will
have
be easier to peel the rest of the skin off. You look, I cut one in the square too. Mom, I cut one in the square too.
A square, yay!
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Now, I'm just going to chuck some water in here to start it off cooking. There's about 3 cups of water in there. Now, I am obviously no professional chef. And I do tend
But I am.
but obviously these two are. So
I cook onion bhaji on my own.
yes, you do.
Sam cooks lots of different dinners on her own.
It's a triangle.
Yeah, try and make a triangle with onions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
So
I mean,
anyway,
not into
I may add more water later on. We'll just see how it
Duh.
goes. So of course everything shrinks down once it's cooking, so we'll just see. May need to add more spices, more flavours, might need to add more water, I tend to let everything cook up. Once everything's cooked nicely, I use the stick blender, mush it all up, and then just have a taste and see how it's going.
Don't.
Sam, don't get
Mum,
too
do you
silly
think
with that,
that's
okay?
clean
Just put it in.
I
We
did
want-
a circle.
You did do a circle,
Do
but
you
we want it
think
to start
that's
cooking.
clean enough?
Your circle. Yes, if you're going to roast the pumpkin seeds, you need to get all the pumpkin off them first. Not just give them a bath, but...
Chuck this in.
Yay! She finished chopping the onion. So, I'm just going to chuck this.
In the
nice veggie mix.
fireplace.
Not in it, but on it. Still grab the lids.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Now, I'm going to put my chicken stock in, and before I do that, I am going to show you something that blew my mind. I saw this and I wasn't sure I believed it. For those who buy the square OXO cubes, you've possibly been living a lie. I learned something that made me believe that possibly, up until this moment, my whole life has been a lie. Seriously. Cube, chopping board, not too hard.
It's more down.
Turn it over. Don't want to do it too hard. And you have a little sachet of loose stock powder. Who knew that is what you were meant to do with OXO cubes? I did not. There's my other practice at little sachets of loose chicken stock.
And this was
It
her
blew
first
my mind.
practice.
That was my first practice. I
She
couldn't
did
wait
a
to
bit
get
rough.
into it, and I bashed it a bit rough. So, you know.
And
So anyway, I'm going to put about 3 of them in. And however many more I want to do this with. I feel like I could do this all day now. This blew my mind.
personally,
So-
I don't think it really matters that much.
It matters.
Mum,
It matters a lot.
One.
Over this.
Still got my pumpkins roasting on there nicely. Look at that. Oh, they smell yummy. And we got the rest of the stuff, which has boiled down quite nicely. We've just put a little bit more water in there.
I want to see it.
Hang on, I'll lift you up in a minute so you can see it. So, a few things of chicken stock, give it some flavour, give it a stir up, and let it bubble a bit more.
Already washed. Then there's water under there to catch the ones that won't, because otherwise they go straight down the plug.
or that you catch in the plug, which makes them grubby and the plug blocked.
Now, we're getting a very good wash. To wash all the seeds thoroughly, and then we'll put them into the pan that the pumpkin was roasting in before, with a bit of oil.
I'm keeping
Giving them an
water
extra
in
bath.
here with them, so that they get an extra bath and any little scraps that remain on them.
Fair enough. This is Olivia's wee side project. Cleaning and roasting the pumpkin seeds. So we don't like to waste any part, do we? You notice when I was chopping the pumpkin, I didn't take the skin off as some people do. Because it's extra vitamins and it's less waste.
So, I'm putting the pumpkin seeds onto this small towel to dry.
Yeah, so let's give them a bit of a pat dry with the towel. Get them nice and dry so they're ready for roasting. So, this pumpkin is now yummy and toasty. So nice and yummy and brown around the edges. So, I'm going to put that into the pot. Olivia, you're holding it on an angle.
That's so I can see your head.
If you can't see all of it, step back a bit. Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to add that into our soupy mixture.
So it cooks again.
And I'd like to point out the very best thing to go with pumpkin soup is scones for dunking. I found that out by accident one day when I'd made pumpkin soup and realised I didn't have enough bread to make for toasting. So I decided to mix up a batch of scones, just as a change, some cheese scones, and it was, oh my goodness, it worked so yummy.
Tell me when to press pause. Pause as in stop the camera going. Not pause as in the kind the cat has.
No. Oh, and look at that, that's looking lovely. So we'll let that bubble for a bit longer, and then I'll give it a whiz up and see how it's tasting. So we've dried those seeds. I've just put them in the pan that the pumpkin has just come out of. Now Olivia was wanting to flavour these to taste a bit like the onion bhaji that she once made. So if you want to, Olivia, there's the oil there.
So
You just want to
like
pour a little
small
bit,
dash.
just pour a little bit of oil all over them. And then, because the
Swash it
pan's
around.
still a little bit hot, so careful of the pan. It's warmish. You won't burn yourself on it, but it's just a little bit hot. And then you could use the,
That do.
yep, that should be fine, just a little splotch. And use the mixy thing and just mix the oil around, get them all nice and evenly coated. So just a good sprinkling of each. Salt, you great plonk.
I know what it smells like.
So?
Salt.
Is it open?
Yeah.
Very good. So a good sprinkling all over. You're gonna mix that all around afterwards as well. So a bit of garam masala. Just put a bit of a sprinkling of each over. So just sprinkle that all around. Yep. And then what else do you want? The turmeric, wasn't it?
Turmeric. So garam masala and turmeric.
Mm.
Both Indian spices.
They are. Mix them around and then make sure they're all spread around the pan as even as possible. See if you can get them in a nice single layer.
So 9/10 of the credit belongs to me.
Yes.
The 10th belongs to Mum.
So we'll put that on the fireplace.
Spice.
So I've just got this off the fireplace. It is looking like that. Yummo. Normally you can just use like an old-fashioned potato masher to do this, but I'm not traditional. Someone's just hurt themselves outside. Just a moment. And we're back. Aston just learnt you don't use your scooter out in the rain. It's wet and it's slippy. Anyway, I'll give this a whiz up so it's nice and smooth. It's looking a bit more like pumpkin soup. log of these famous pumpkin seeds, which are 90% Olivia's doing, as she has pointed out. Ooh, it's smelling interesting.
Oh, the seed is starting to split.
There we have the seedies. Flip that light on.
This is my container.
You have a taste. Tell me what you reckon. I'm going to have a wee taste as well.
Mmm, great.
Oh. Those are actually very nice flavours. Garam masala and turmeric and a bit of salt. Highly recommend it, guys. Yum. So, freshly made pumpkin soup, freshly made scones, and freshly roasted pumpkin seeds.
Can we eat
Does
now,
it-
Mum?
Yes, you can eat it now that I've got a shot of
Yeah.
it before the devastation happens. What do you think, guys? Is it yummier than a yummy thing?
No, no.
Yeah. Wahoo.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Mum, I'm saving some of these for clothes.
I'm thinking I'm going to sprinkle some of mine in the soup. That's my plan. That's going to be my cunning plan, I think.
I might do
So,
that.
thank you for liking, comment, subscribe. And yay, we'll keep the videos coming. You want to say bye?
Bye.